All right, many lawmakers are still focusing much of their attention today on the immigration chaos at the border. Today, more than 24 lawmakers are touring immigration facilities in Texas. Despite the White House ending family separations this week, thousands of families remain torn apart. And today, many are still wondering when and how they'll be brought back together. CNN correspondent Polo Sandoval is in McAllen, Texas. So, Polo, what are lawmakers learning?
We know behind me some of the visitors of one of this center, at least these detention centers in South Texas, at least outside, members of the civil rights group LULAC. But earlier today, as you mentioned, members of that Democratic delegation of congressmen and women who have been traveling through South Texas, which is one of the busiest Border Patrol sectors when it comes to apprehensions, and seeing firsthand what it's like. We've shown you what we assume they were able to see. We've shown you those pictures that were handed out by the U.S. government last week. Of course, our cameras not allowed in, the government citing privacy reasons, but these lawmakers saying that they saw some of what we've seen in those pictures is these people being housed behind chain link fencing, many of them sleeping under Mylar blankets, and those sheer numbers that they've been dealing with. As we heard from Representative Jackie Speier, who essentially led the delegation, she described what's happening inside as heartbreaking. I want you to hear what the Democrat from California said about these ongoing efforts to try to reunify some of the children who were separated from their parents after the implementation of zero tolerance.
In terms of reunification, I have zero understanding that anyone has been reunited with their parents. I think these children have been sent off. They may have an A number, but then when they go through the Department of Health and Human Services, they get a different number. So the ability to match them, I think, becomes much more difficult. So I don't believe that they have been reunified, and you've got to show me proof.
The Congresswoman talking about numbers. Let's keep on that topic right now. Here's where things stand right now. Approximately 2,400 children are still in the care of the U.S. government. Important to point out, though, Fred, that includes unaccompanied minors, which continue to cross the U.S.-Mexico border, and that also includes those who were separated from their parents so that those mothers and fathers would then be prosecuted for illegal entry, which, by the way, prosecutors here in South Texas have seen significant increase, over 200% increase of lawmakers, or at least rather prosecutions that we have seen for illegal entry, that misdemeanor charge. Fred?